Good morning. Excuse me. Good morning, Aquarius. This is Mary Elizabeth with Sacred Love Tarot. Thank you so very much for turning up and tuning in and allowing me to do this wonderful energy reading for you for the month of March 2022. Let's see what Spirit has for you for this month. What do we have? So we have the Eight of Cups and the Two of Cups. So this is walking away from an emotional situation that no longer serves you. Knowing your worth, knowing your value, knowing what you bring to the relationship. And if you're not feeling any of that, I kind of feel at one time, maybe, look at that. Geez, maybe at one time you knew where you stood. Maybe at one time this partnership or relationship was a mutual, beneficial, balanced one, but now it kind of feels like there's boredom going on, or there's uncertainty going on, or there's someone looking the other way. Yeah, there's a transformation going on here. Yeah. Okay, so I'm kind of wondering if someone has been offered an opportunity, and because the stagnation of the relationship, or the boredom, or the uncertainty of the relationship, that because of that, there is this transformation, right? This death, this rebirth, into focusing more on creating a solid foundation for yourself, as opposed to intimacy in relationships. So the Eight of Cups is walking away from a relationship, a partnership, an emotional situation that no longer serves its purpose. The Two of Cups is a balanced, solid relationship or partnership. And the Four of Cups is feeling very uncertain, very bored, or just disinterested, right? So perhaps this personal, physical relationship that you were in, or still are in, has become stagnant, has become uninterested and uninteresting, has become just kind of uncertain what you want out of it anymore, which is why she is not even seeing the opportunity that's being given to her. She's not even focusing on the opportunities that she took, right? Here's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and this is the opportunity that she's being presented with. She's not even paying attention to any of it. She's like off in la la land. She's either bored or disinterested or thinking about something else. But there's no emotional attachment here, right? There is a feeling of disinterest, of boredom, of just not involved. And I think that's where the Eight of Cups comes in. I mean, if you're feeling that way about the particular relationship or partnership, which was once a strong one, then perhaps there is a time for this rebirth. There is a time for, instead of focusing on relationships, now we're focusing on a foundation to build off of, a more solid foundation to build off of. And the Knight of Pentacles is just about taking your time and allowing the money to flow, the ideas to flow. This is a money-making opportunity that isn't quite ready to go full steam ahead yet, which is why they're taking their time. They're enjoying where they are, and they're walking into this time of abundance and prosperity, and not really full force into it, right? And then we have the Two of Swords, and I always say, as far as the Two of Swords, that sometimes we fear to make a decision because we don't know the outcome of what that decision is, right? So we have this fear of just going forward, and we are blinded by our own thoughts, right? So I kind of get the feeling here that there is this decision of either that someone is being either forced to make or has to make about being in a relationship or their career, right? And sometimes people are forced with that. They're forced with, you know, being in a relationship and walking away from what they truly desire to do, um, or doing what they really truly desire to do and walking away from a relationship. And it seems like someone has already walked away from this relationship. It doesn't seem like this it doesn't seem like the energy is there anymore, the passion is there anymore, the love is there anymore. It seems that there's boredom and there's stagnation and there's uncertainty. So there's this rebirth that happens somewhere along the way. Someone really finding themselves, the death of one thing, the birth of another. Yeah, and now here we are with the Five of Cups, and we are focusing more on what we're losing here than what we are gaining here, right? There's this fear of moving forward, this fear of we have a tendency to be focused on the outcome, the what's, the where's, the when's, the why's, the how's, and so we fear to move forward because we don't know that outcome. And if this has been a long-standing relationship that you're walking away from, and that you have to now make a decision on what direction to go because of this rebirth or this death, and there's inspiration here, right? There's this cloaked figure, but it's not a human face. It's kind of like a spiritual thing, right? So I think you're going through this rebirth, and you're truly finding yourself, and you're finding your worth, and there's this fear of moving forward because of what's being lost from this relationship. And if we take a step back and look at what is being gained from the loss, then we truly step into a time of knowing, right? Knowing that by moving away from this and going into this, that there is a potential for a significant change in one's life, right? And the cup, I like how we have the cup here and it's caged, right? So she isn't coming from a place of emotion anymore. Now she's coming from a place of strategy. Now she has stepped into her own power. Now she is willing to write her own story when it comes to who she is and where she's going and what she's doing and who she loves and who she embraces and who she puts a wall in front of, right? So now she's standing in her own power, as opposed to staying in whatever this relationship is, even though she's bored or even though she's not emotionally there anymore, right? So there's that time of rebirth, and she's come out of the Two of Swords energy, which is that uncertain energy, and she's now released the relationship after the rebirth or after the death, and now she sits in her own power and she's ready to fight for what she wants. And I don't think she's very much interested in love or partnership or any of that. Now she is just working on building a solid foundation for herself, and moving forward in her own pace when it comes to any type of relationship or with anyone else and self. And I feel that she may be strategizing. So what's next, right? And going within and finding that place where she can have that rebirth or that death, right? Finding out who she truly is on the inside. And from the looks of things, she is not a person who is going to anymore stay in a relationship or partnership to where she doesn't feel that she is getting what she is getting out of it, what she is putting into it. And there's this, you know, if there isn't balance there, then one or the other is going to start getting bored and feeling uncertain about the relationship or uncertain about the partnership. But there's victory in the end. You're also being guided to protect yourself. And also what I want to say is that sometimes when we get into relationships like that, we sacrifice things that we've always wanted to do. So you're being guided to tap back into your talents and do something that you've always wanted to do. And then the good luck card is here. So this reading is truly all about walking away from an emotional relationship that no longer serves you in the way that it used to. It's become stagnant. It's become boring. It's becoming, I don't think it's showing you, it's like, I don't think it gives you the opportunity to be who you truly are, right? I don't think it gives you the opportunity to really stand in your power and be creative or be expressive or be bold or be independent. And when relationships get like that, and when the person starts realizing that little by little they are not who they used to be, then there comes a time when they start thinking about it and and asking themselves, who am I, right? And why am I allowing this to happen? And so there's that time of thinking about what should be done. How do I do this? Who am I? And how do I find myself again? So there's that rebirth process, right? And then there's the uncertainty after the rebirth process. Oh my God, what did I do? Did I make a mistake? How am I going to get through this? And there's the feeling of what you've lost and everything that comes with that. And eventually you see the positive side of walking away or removing yourself from. And then there's that you standing in your own power and becoming who you've always desired to be, right? And strategizing how to move forward and finding that place where you can truly be you yourself, right? And protecting yourself from anything and anyone who wishes to interfere in this transformation you're going through, and tapping into those talents that you have always wanted to explore, right? So my darling Aquariuses, that is for you. Let me know in the comments how you feel about this, what you think, what you get out of it, how you feel about it, and know that you're divinely guided and blessed. Thank you.